Hey everybody, how's it going? It is MLB the Show 23 and a Road to the Show series with Tex Ransom. I am Dunbar Snackbar, and the team's been doing pretty well, winning a number of games as of late. For the opening pitch today, we have got the head chef at the Disney-themed restaurant, Frying Nemo. Kind of nice for Tex to be able to arrange that. It was one of the businesses that was up for Tex being their spokesman. He said that he preferred his food walking on four legs, so didn't end up sponsoring them, but that was a nice little gesture, I think, on his part arranging that. And who knows, that might open up some opportunities in the future for some business opportunities. Starting this game off here with a pretty nice double play. I know I mentioned in the last game, I've got to get those fielding stats up. This is the only way I'm going to be able to do it. And I've been going back and forth, too, about what position I personally prefer playing in the game. Sometimes I miss playing in the outfield, but there's opportunities like that, when I'm part of a double play where there feels like there's a little more action and the situations that you're in vary a little bit more. That one stays fair. I'm surprised by that one. That had to be just a couple of inches. But Tex makes it into second with a nice little double, so a great way to start this game off here, at least from an extra bases standpoint and hitting. There are 2 outs, so Tex does not have much confidence, though, that it's going to amount to anything. Though over the last couple games, Tex has been hit home a few times. Like, he came home on a home run. I think there was a double that brought him from first to home. This one, a high fly ball into right field. It is going to be caught. The way that one went off the bat, I'm like, that one has a chance to go over the wall. Not the case here. Well, looks like, too, that things have kind of calmed down in this game. Tex ran his mouth in the last one. Made the starting pitcher for the Rough Riders a little angry. Ended up getting beaned for it. I think somewhat deserved with what he said. We'll have to take a look back at the tapes and see specifically what he said. But things have kind of calmed down. So I'm not worried that this is going to be a major issue between these two teams moving forward, or really just for Tex, period. Tex is leading the team here in a number of different attributes. You just saw one up there. I think that was it 31 hits or something like that? But then, you've got stolen bases, batting averages, maybe RBIs, runs. So he is the offensive powerhouse for this team. As I was talking about in the beginning, team's been doing pretty well. I think a lot of that really comes, though, because of Tex's performance. Ooh, way inside. I didn't know if this was going to be 2 games in a row where Tex ends up getting beaned, but we're looking at a 3-0 count, so I am just not going to swing, no matter what, at these next 2 pitches. I don't want to put myself in a position here where I'm hitting into a double play, chasing something that I shouldn't, and that was the right call here. Ball 4, and the bases are loaded. Looking for a sweet hit here to bring all 3 of us home. That would be amazing. Oh, that one also stays fair. We're really digging, it looks like, that line. Going around third, come home, play at the plate, not in time. I got exactly what I was wanting right there. Man, the team has really turned it around these last few games when it comes to hitting me home. And it's obviously equating to runs with how much effort that Tex is putting on making sure that he's getting where he needs to be on the bases. So yes, he may start off with a single and then get on over to second or even third base here by stealing. Granted, he doesn't always need to do that. He's got the speed to be able to score from first like we saw right there, but when he's putting in all this effort to make sure that he's in a position to score and the team's not doing what they need to do to hit him home, it has been a point of frustration for Tex. I don't think he's necessarily voiced it with the team. I think he's just been afraid with him opening his mouth and knowing how big of a deal it is for him. He may not say something that's going to be taken well. Game is tied at this point, so we're going to try to advance the runner, see if I can go ahead and earn some more program stars, which has actually been a big help as I'm going through things to unlock, some additional packs for some things. And then it'll get me to the point, too, where I'll be able to get major attribute boosts to Texas statistics. And I know I've kind of mentioned this earlier. You know, he is focused on contact and speed. But even as I move those up, you know, going from like a bronze to a silver, gold, platinum, or diamond, level tier with some of that stuff. Oh, I should have gone to second. Well, hey, I get that little boost here. But no, as I'm like, you know, kind of advancing in that skill category, that's, you know, basically permanent attribute boost for him, which he needs, right, to be able to get to AAA and even to the majors. Stealing second, but that one's hit into right field. Oh, come on. Is it just me, or did it look like that he really slowed up once he went into the dive animation, or to the slide animation? Not cool. Kind of embarrassing right there. Just a little embarrassing. Should have had the courtesy to not swing. That's what I always do. Whenever one of my teammates is stealing, I am not going to go ahead and interrupt them, because just moments like that. Or if they've got like a really good jump or something like that, and I foul it off, man, I'd rather they have the chance to make it on over to second. Nice one right over the heart of the plate. It'll be caught in center field, but a nice little boost there to the contact hitting as well. Just wish I would have been able to do something here this late in the game with trying to produce a run here. As you can see, the Rough Riders are going to end up winning this one. Hey, they've got a floating ball. They were cheating. You can see right there. Anyway, that's it. Thanks for watching, you guys. I appreciate it. More to come later on. Subscribe, like the video. But until next time, I hope you guys have a good one.